Long before kings drew borders on maps, and long before people gave names to the mountains and rivers, the sky belonged to two very old beings. The first was Solara the sun. He was a being of pure blinding power. Bigger than the mountains, his voice was loud fire that woke up the morning. Yet, for all his amazing power, Solara was ruled by sudden feelings. He had the power to light up the world, but he did not think ahead to take care for it. His wife was Terra the earth. She was the calm peace to his wildfire, beautiful beyond words. Forests grew in her hair, rivers flowed through the veins, and her quiet heartbeat became the rhythm of every living thing. They were joined in a marriage as old as time itself. But just because something lasts forever does not mean it is peaceful. A season of tears. When the autumn winds began to blow, Solara would briefly remember the bride he so often forgot. He would look down, wrapping her in his warmth and painting her forests in bright shades of orange, red, and gold. In that short golden time, Terra would smile. Her sadness would melt away, and she would open her arms to pour her love across the world. From her, death grew rich gifts, tall wheat, crisp apples, and large fields of full grapes. She fed every creature under the sky. Looking up, the people would eat and pray. Stay with her this time, great sun, do not leave her in the dark. But Solara was proud and always moving. He never listened, and in the end, he would always turn his back. The winter betrayal. As winter crept in, Solara moved further away towards the edge of the sky. Terra could only watch him disappear, and she wept. Her tears grew into wild rivers. Her broken heart turned the winds into fierce storms. Soon, her sadness grew so heavy that the sky itself seemed to break. Thunder shook the mountains, and lightning flashed through the clouds. When Solara's warmth finally left, Terra grew bitter and cold. The world shivered in her frozen sadness. People wrapped themselves in thick clothes, crowding around fires as the freezing cold beat at their skin. Terra had given Solara everything, her beauty, her food, her love, yet year after year, he left her in the dark. The return. Then, after months of sharp ice and endless night, a change moved through the sky. He returned. At first, Solara was nothing more than a soft, weak glow behind the grey clouds. But Terra felt him. Slowly, the ice around her heart began to melt. The frozen rivers let go of the land. Snow dripped from the mountain tops, and tiny green plants pushed their way through the cold dirt. The skies cleared, and Terra's soul lit up with hope. As Solara stretched his golden arms across the world, Terra rose from her sadness. She began to cry once more, but this time her tears were warm. They were tears of pure joy. Her rivers overflowed with life. Her trees stretched towards the sky, and her flowers bloomed in a burst of color. Spring had arrived. Terra had forgiven him again. When summer reached its hottest days, Terra welcomed her husband with a wide, forgiving arms. Even after the pain of the winter, she loved him deeply. She turned her face towards his bright light, soaking in his warmth. "Stay," she whispered through the blowing leaves. "Stay with me." Solara smiled, pouring his golden fire on her fields. The crops grew tall and proud. The oceans shined like diamonds under his look. In the heart of the summer sun, Terra always let herself believe that this time would be different. She believed her husband had finally learned how to stay. But Solara was already looking forward. Far beyond the edge of the world, the giant wheel of the stars was turning. The earth did not feel it yet, but Solara was already getting ready for his trip to the other side of the sky. Soon he would grow distant. Soon Terra would be left waiting in the cold. The never-ending marriage. And so the great circle kept spinning. Autumn fell. Winter broke the world. Spring healed the wounds. Summer hugged the earth. And then the wheel turned again. In time, people understood the truth of the skies. The sun was not mean because he hated the earth, nor was the earth weak because she kept forgiving him. They were simply following a rule older than cities, older than memory, and older than time. The sun was made to travel. The earth was made to stay and wait. Between them burned a love that could never stand still. Every season was a chapter in their ancient marriage. Every winter was a painful goodbye. Every spring a sweet making up. Every summer a warm hug. And every autumn was a quiet reminder that nothing beautiful can stay forever. From Terra, the people learned patience. They learned that even after the hardest winter, warmth would return. After the darkest night, the light would rise. The sun would leave, the earth would cry. The sun would return, and the earth would forgive. Again and again and again. For as long as the world is here, the seasons will pass and patience will remain.